to just turn off the camera. So welcome everybody to the FabCare Challenge. During the Fab 16, this is a wonderful opportunity for us to be together in this international challenge in distributed hubs. I am here in Paros in the Fab and the distributed hub from Fabric Academy. As I said, my name is Adriana Cabrera. I am working by Matrix and also representing the FabCare group that we launched this year. I will just tell a little bit more. And the group of the challenge, Nils Lichtenteller, Paula Janeke, Ni Jing, Peter Selders, and Alexandra Crotty, and Ahmed Belal. So, and Enrico, who is also accompanying us as the FabCare group. And Anna Span, sorry, Anna. So that she will help us to the whole organization. So thank you so much for being here. We will start the presentation. Nils?
So I'm on it and you should see the presentation now. Yes? Okay. Yes. So, someone is doing this. Okay. But I think we lost Adriana. Adriana?
Yes. We are here.
Yeah, do you see the presentation?
Yes, everyone I can see the presentation.
Perfect.
You can go to the next one. Yeah, we are from Matrix, who is a nonprofit organization located in Germany, and it's hosting a research project. The name is Makopedics. So, and we are working in different opportunities and in open innovation, and therefore we have a new lab, that is Open Innovation Lab, in which we are working basically in cooperation with new, helping enterprises to process innovation and make a link between researchers and makers and to push the strategies in innovation and work together with this amazing team of creative team in Matrix. So next one. So our project, as I mentioned, is Makopedics. We are working together with the Fab Lab Camp Lindford that is located in the University Hochschule Rhein-Waal in Germany. And we are developing for this project various open source solutions together with orthopedic technicians and systematically work in open innovation to improve and bring digitalization in not only with the companies, but together co-creating with them and patients. And yeah, so what we will actually see during the challenge. So, and we host also this challenge because as I mentioned before, we are working in the FabCare group. FabCare group grows with the initiative of the working group in other Fab conferences. And we are working together with Enrico Bassi from Open Dot Lab, especially in this year, together to host, to finally open the website. And what you read here, that we are innovating in healthcare together using co-design and technology to develop accessible solutions and empower users, replicate, made locally and share to increase positive impact and enable a distributed model of innovation. So what it is actually kind of our statement, manifesto from FabCare, that we want to invite not only our labs, but also more labs and more people who is interested in working in new solutions in healthcare in future. So the call, so the next one is to invite all of you to join the FabCare website. The name is fabcare.network, in which you will find also this information, what I am telling now. So you can join us up, and you can join in the other activities that we have in the next days, of course, during the Fab Challenge, and on Thursday in the FabCare meetup. And explore, as I said, as yeah. So we will anyways talk a little bit later on. Dynamic hand orthosis. So our challenge is about our hands. And this year we are talking about this device. What is it? When we need this, and which problems we encounter when we have maybe a problem, or we want to work with our hands. The next one. So a dynamic hand orthosis is a wearable device that provides mechanical and medical support for our hands. So it means that imagine when we have our hands, we have one of the most complicated systems in mechanical terms. So we will resolve, we will understand that this system from muscles and from our skeleton needs support also for aim and wrist. And what we enable through this device is also include a protection or improve the abilities of a person. So when we need this, when we want to provide stability, when we need functional support, or for example, when it is in a process, when a person is in a process of recovery, so in a process of, for example, a post or post-operation, or improve the mobility. So it means a whole process of rehabilitation. And also what it's important is, of course, in this process, correct the posture and provide the right position, because that's something that we have to consider in comparison to other devices. So why we are doing actually this challenge? This is one of the stories that I have in my Fab Academy. So maybe the ones that already participate in this process. I developed this orthosis. It's a system that works also with and my assistant. I will tell a little bit more, but I work with Frank, who was a patient that has cancer, and he had a stroke. And after this post-traumatic part, Frank lost the ability of and the mobility, let's say, of the left part of the body. So when he came in the Fab Lab, and what was my motivation is because I wanted to provide and make an impact with the machines and with the things that we have in the lab. So what I also tried was to construct a device to help him. I didn't promise too much, but I promised at least that he could at least have some kind of process of rehabilitation, moving the fingers. So you can go to the next one. So that's actually the result of the hand, although it's just a prototype that develops in really like 6 months. But what we see is that we have split that help the process of stability, exoskeleton, and a support of the fingers that it has also a mechanical part that it's controlled through a microcontroller board. So the next one. So what I start to think is that what what could I do and what are the requirements of my orthosis. So when I start to think that I could do parametric design through the process and help him also to do a very inclusive, when I was showing him, for example, how I could 3D scan the body and that I could parameterize the design and change depending in the changing of the device, and also how I could design the model or the orthosis for the phalanges. And after I start to think about each component that I need in order to provide a dynamic, it means that I could produce this movement through this exoskeleton and through the electronical parts that we have in this device. So you can go to the next. So, but this story didn't finish there. So because when I was encounter all of the process of digitalization, I thought, as many of us, that with 3D printer, we can do everything rapid prototype, but it was not really rapid. So what I discovered is that I could also help people to produce these orthotics by themselves and make the process more interactive. So I just changed the design for doing this, for example, in places that you don't have a 3D printer or you don't have the material. So I designed a kit that it was a basis of a workshop that we did in Chile, in which I compact and reduce all of the pieces that we have here. And I designed also a part that, in comparison to the old one with 3D printed, takes like more than 24 hours to print. I designed a folding or semi-folding pattern that it provides also stabilization of the hand. And it takes just cutting it 12 minutes. So, and also that it could adapt for the fingers. So, and also after this, I just started to create maybe not only for a device, exactly a device for the hand, but also start to design other kind of, let's say, not devices, but also like these corsets that produce also stability of the body, just extrapolating this technique for it. So you can go to the next. Okay, just come back to the idea of a hand dynamic orthosis. We have 3 points that are very, very important in order to produce our challenge. So we have the signal, the energy, and the mechanical transmission. So if we go to the signal, so we will have, and we see that there are already from human computer design several points that we can address. So for example, if I want to control my hand, it means that it is not only as an assistive device, but it would be active, it will be passive. I can also understand how is this control. Imagine that when we are doing this device, we are almost designing a kind of device or machine or something that it will have a mechanism in our body. So we have to control this machine. So we need to think about the energy, how it will be produced, this energy. And here we are coming a very interesting ideas. For example, if we can address something that is chemical, that is the chemical that is controlled with fluidics or pneumatics, or it is energy is mechanical, or what we are, how we are producing this in for the energy storage as well as the actuation. So you can go to the next. So, and for the mechanical part, we think how we will produce this movement, especially for the fingers. So, or for the parts in which we want to actuate something. So it means that maybe depending of the person who are, or our user, we can also think which could be better adapted for the person who are analyzing. So you can go to the next. And so here we are coming to a very important part, and what I am trying is just to do a brief introduction, but this is something that it will be available for you to see in detail when you are thinking more in deep about the problem of the idea, who you are, when you want to apply this. So a global vision of our idea is to develop an open source dynamic hand orthosis. But for this week, we want to define a challenge. It means we want to define from you that you are in other parts of the world, how you could, how you can find different fields and problems and get an idea where we want to apply dynamic hand orthosis and how we can create a benefit for this user. And also how from your place that you are, how you can also provide and elaborate these systems and how you can elaborate this in cooperation with the FabLab. So today we are formulating a challenge that we will work through this week until Thursday. And for this we have we thought about 4 applications, 4 working groups: disability, usability, working space, and sport. The first group or the first idea that we thought is about therapy and disability. So popularly we can think about in rehabilitation devices that can also help to move the hand through pneumatic actuations, or for example, also by using MG signals that provide, that can also, for example, read the signals of the muscles in case, for example, we lose, as for example, it happens with Frank. But also we can think about prevention. There are many people that has also other diseases, as for example, arthrosis, that they can unfortunately lose the movement, or for example also as I mentioned in post-operation, that they need to so that we can also train the hands. So or also for life quality, that and in that way we can also help to design a device that also adapt for the working, for the target group that they need. So the next one. Yeah, in workspaces, maybe it's a little bit unpopular, but very interesting, because now we have through the automatization, we in any case there are functions and tasks that still it needs also the fine work, or maybe a very operative work that we need to help also people in realizing this task, and maybe have more force, or helping how to do better. So the idea is that through these working spaces and health protection, or maybe in work support, how we could provide these ideas as is the Iron Hand and the Pro Glow. Next one. And we have also the field of sport. So it's very interesting because, I mean, although there are many devices, as for example, splints, and maybe some of the more like mechanical devices as electronical devices, is very interesting to think about how it will be integrated, helping the people to adapt for sport, or for the grip, and for eating and making also the activities of sport in a better performance, or for example helping to understand these movements and understand the control and the performance of the hand. The next one. So, and in human-computer interaction is more often to see a more challenge as the, for example, the soft artificial skin that also help have also a detecting hand motion, for example, for systems in virtual reality, or for systems in which we are simulating an environment in which we can produce help through these systems to work or simulate an scenario for gaming, for example, or for bionic, also a little bit connected also with the idea of exoskeletons with workspaces. So that's a little overview of the ideas that, or of the groups that we find. So you can go to the next one. I will give the turn to my colleague, Niels.
Got it. Sorry for that. So I have the honor to present to you the methodology behind our challenge. Don't want to make it too complicated, but I have to be the teacher today. And we thought we do the challenge with a design sprint. It's very similar to a design challenge. It's formally known as the Google design sprint because Google, or the developers from Google, they wrote a book about it. And what is the goal is to make a test or a prototype. And the aim of this challenge is to get a visual concept of the product development. So in best case, to get a final prototype in 5 days. And so you can see from Monday to Friday, you can develop a prototype. And how you typically start is on Monday, just to understand the problem. But before that, you need really to have a good and clear formulated challenge. So that's what you see on the left side. And that is what we will work on today. And on the second day, on the Tuesday, you have to find ideas. Yeah, so everyone in the team, and not just the designers, everyone in the team has to develop solutions. And on Wednesday, all solutions will be presented by the team, and you do some kind of a heat map to understand which kind of ideas come very often and which are the best ideas, and then you can start with first mock-ups or user stories. And with the best idea of all ideas, or the best parts of the ideas, you go and can do on Thursday the creation of the prototype. I think that's the things you most do in your Fab Labs. So build a prototype. And what is one of the most important things, on Friday, the idea is to test your idea with a prototype and not doing it in your business. So the idea is to go outside of your business and test the prototype with real users. And then the whole idea is it's a circuit. So you do your things, you fail, you learn, and you do the things again. So, and because Fab 16 is very short, and we have great people here in the audience, I think. Our idea was to do it even faster and do it in 4 days. So today, we just will focus on the challenge to formulate a good challenge, because it's most of the work to really understand the problem and have a good statement on which is the user and what is the need. And after that, we will start tomorrow in the teams with the ideation part, and maybe tomorrow or at least on Wednesday, we will start with the prototyping process. So if you are able to in your Fab Labs, you can build a first easy prototype, or describe your concept with, let's say, sketches, or how do you like. And on Thursday, there will be the presentation describing the challenge and what you learned.
Nils, I
Yes.
think that you changed the slides.
Yeah, couldn't you see it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I will just explain it here on without slides.
Okay, sorry.
Because no problem at all. So you can on Thursday you can do a short presentation or use the mural board. I will show you, because in a few minutes we will go in the on a mural board. So give me one moment. I will show you. We will split off in the 4 groups. So I hope you see my monitor now. Could you give me a response if you see the mural board?
Yes. Yeah, we can see the mural.
Thank you very much. So we don't want to make it too complicated. What we want to do here in our mural board is we split up in the 4 groups. You can see here. First group is first row, therapy, disability, and so on. Workspace, sports, and HCM interaction. And today we just want to work on the left side here. You should take your time. In every group, you will find a very helpful person of our team who will guide you through the mural board, but I explain it anyway. So we will do a little research on the topic. So what kind of solutions, for instance, in workspace are today there for hand orthosis, dynamic hand orthosis? And then you should focus and see what are the typical problems handled with these solutions and understand it. For instance, overload, or you have a low grip strength, or you have wavering hands when you are get old. And these are typical problems. And then you try to find examples for it, solutions, and write down which are the users which could benefit from these solutions. And then you write down the relevant user problem combinations, I call it. It sounds complicated, but just write down what are the main problems for the users. And then, because we don't have so much time today, you have to focus on one user problem combination and try to formulate a good and clear challenge. And like I said, you will have guidance by our team, and it's very important that you are not quiet and discuss your experience with this topic. And if you have no experience, it's no problem. Just choose a group, and you can help with yeah, research from your desktop and discussions. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. And what is also important, write everything down here in the mural board. Don't be shy to put information on it. It's very easy, just copy and paste it. And yeah, we will start with the mural board, and we will have 40 minutes, I think, from now to work on this topic, to define a challenge today. And after that, we come together and we will quickly present our challenges, and then you can decide which challenge you want to join in the next days to the ideation and prototyping process until to the presentation of the results on day 4. Have I forgot anything, team?
Yeah, just that we will start first with these 15 minutes to work in this part.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you have the 40 minutes, you should only do 1/3 of the time with research, 1/3 of defining the user problem, and 1/3 to formulate the challenge. But as I said, our team will guide you through the mural board and will help you and will be the timekeeper. So the only decision you have to make now is which team you want to join. And I think, Anna, you can start the groups, and everyone, I hope so, can join by himself.
Yes, you can see it in the menu bar below, and then you can choose by breakout sessions, the 4 sessions.
So Anna, you Anna will stay here and guide everyone through it. So we will see you in the sessions.
I will be here.
Thank you, Anna.
Somebody here with problems? India?
Hi, I'm not sure how to move to which room. So, like how to move into the room.
That's a good question. If you go to in the under part in Zoom, there is the option breakout rooms. So with like four small squares, so you can just go there and choose your room. Could you see the? Could you see this icon? What I am telling you?
Icon, but when yeah. Sorry, yeah. Thank you.
Perfect.
I can also put you through the room. So, in which room do you want to go?
And in Antita, which room? Ah, yeah, disability.
So, can I help somebody?
John, nice to see you here. I am very, very, very happy and honored that you are here. And nice
I'm happy to be here too. Hello, nice to see you.
Excellent that you are here. So I'm sorry because we just started. We just wanted to be on time, but otherwise we could do a round to present.
No, that's quite all right.
Ourselves.
I don't know how much I'm going to be able to participate, but I'm pleased to see what you're doing, and we'll see how it goes. It's a great effort.
Cool, thank you so much. So I hope that, but in any case, you will be on Thursday to see the results. So you can help us to be the jury.
Very good.
So,
Eliana. Could I help you? Enrico, are you still here? So last year we have some people that was sleeping already in front of the screen.
Hey.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, hi John.
Hello, Rico.
How's it going? I'm cooking, that's why I kept the camera off. Sorry about it.
Actually, here they are also starting cooking. So, yeah, John, I think that also I choose the time also that you join also the FabCare. Hopefully, also the FabCare the website. You know that we have the website that you can also join from the labs, and yeah. So the idea is that we start this opportunity to we will just are opening this for all labs that has interest
Actually,
in FabCare.
If I remember correctly, John, you already subscribed in Able, right?
I haven't described Enable, but
how come I remember I've seen it? Let me double check. Maybe. I wanted to talk to you actually to see if you were interested to become one of the partners instead of subscribe as a node, because I mean, it would be great, of course.
Of the FabCare network?
Yeah.
Very interested.
Cool.
Cool, thank you.
Also considering the other project you showed me, that seemed to be very interesting. Yeah, Enable is actually listed as one of the nodes.
Oh, good.
I don't know who did that.
I've done a lot of signing up in the last few days, trying to figure out how to connect. So I probably did it. That's great.
Yeah, it's your email. But that's basically just as a node. So if you check the website, there's a part with there's the area with the partners. So we have the Fab Foundation, Field Ready, and so on. And that would make, in my opinion, more sense to have you as a partner than as a node.
That's great.
Cool.
Make it so.
So I will add the logo. Sorry, I have to go back to the dinner. It's burning again.
Okay, I will also join the other group, but thank you for the briefing and enjoy the meal, Enrico. So yeah, John, do you want to join a group?
You know, I'm trying to figure out. So if I wanted to join a group, you have to assign me. Is that how it works?
We can move you in a group. We have sport, we have disabilities, workspace, and HCM interaction.
I see. And I just want to look at, let me take a look here.
yeah, though you, yeah, please feel free to choose. Otherwise, Annie can help you to just put you in the room.
Very good. Thank you.
So Lynn, I'm sorry. I think that you don't have participants in sport. So...
Yeah, I'm looking for customers.
I guess that would be one question. Have you got a need knower, someone with a disability involved in this team, in this process?
Yes, and I mean, of course, one of the ideas of this inspiration of the project was my inspiration, in which I have this patient who had the stroke. I mean, the paralysis in the left part of the body. So therefore, I think that, of course, one of the most important parts is to be in contact with the user. So it brings like another kind of knowledge, but unfortunately, so here, because we get the challenge, so like in Egypt, when we were in Egypt, we have some people with disabilities, but now digitally, we were expecting and launching the challenge. We said like, let's try how it comes. I was expecting that maybe people with disabilities will join. Yeah, I am not sure. Therefore, I think that almost all people were to, now I am looking to workspace and also to interaction, but not really disability.
Well, that's okay. So
okay.
Again, I've got other things going on, but if you can assign me to the disabilities therapy group, I'd be interested in visiting.
Yeah, sure. I mean, now, because it's not no one in disabilities, but but my colleague, Paula, will be there.
Okay.
And me. So, yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome. Serena, can I help you?
Hey, hi. Yeah, hi, nice to meet you. Sorry,
Nice.
just trying to understand why my camera is not working.
No worries. Bye. Thank you, Enrico, for being here. We were just expecting, I wanted to give you the voice, but after it was super lot of information. So I just have to go.
No problem, no problem. Good luck with the challenge. As I told you, it seems to be quite intense considering it's online. So if you need help, let me know. And I'm curious to see the results.
Yeah, I mean, I am super curious because actually we have more people in workspace and interaction, but not in disabilities.
Adriana?
So, yeah.
Alessa need help in his group.
Okay.
In her group.
Okay, then I can go to the interaction. But yes,
okay.
Enrico, I will just let you know, and I will, yeah. So in any case, I will just say, hey, emergency, come. But see you the next days.
No, but your teams is pretty big, so I'm sure you are gonna able to handle it. But just in case if you need something, let me know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so
Ciao,
much.
Sarah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, maybe it's too late, but it's never too late. Bye, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Serena.
Huh? Do we need to give support to anybody else?
You don't have connection. So then just take this. I don't have connection. Or I think that you have to connect to your computer.
So Adriana, and I'm stopping the recording at the time. So.
Okay, wir werden rausgeschmissen.
So welcome back.
Wow. Some people left, I think.
Yes.
We are 9 people left, I think.
Yes.
Is it right? Oh,
that's right.
We lost
Adriana is also in.
Yeah, I know.
So that you can end the session.
Okay, then it's on me to talk, I think. So maybe we just wanted to go through the challenges we found out, and let's show the mule board for you. So in my group, I talked with 2 exciting people. It's Prathamesh and Yogesh from India, and they brought an own problem and described this to us. And it's a problem that you have or that people have in agricultural farming, and they have when they lift grass cutting machines or when they cut vegetables. And it's always when you have heavy lifting or if you do repetitive work. And so we looked at the different problems. So you can see vegetable cutting, or when you have a long tube or something to cut something in the woods, or you have let's say a heavy machine in front of you for many hours, and it's very heavy. And so we will describe our problem that farmers and craftsmen need to lift heavy weight and do repetitive work, which leads to muscle disorder or orthopedic problems. Could be a little bit better described, but so this is what we brought down. And because small farmers have less money for big machines, the idea is to we didn't have the time to write it down. The idea is to develop an open source system which could be built by the farmers itself. So it must be you have to build it with less money, but also with let's say materials and stuff which is possible to get for the farmers and the craftsmen. So that was the idea in the group of new tools for workspaces. And we were at least 4 people. Peter was also in our group because no one or less people were interested in sports. So we want to work on this topic or this challenge until the end of the week. And because in India it's already midnight, we decided to start a little bit more early. So in our group, we will join a little bit more early tomorrow. And maybe some of the other ones could explain what happened in the other groups, if you have any information for us, which should be shared. I don't know, Paula or Alessa or Lean, or Lean was in the sports team, I think. But...
Yeah, I can continue if you want.
Should I zoom in? Yeah.
You can. It's not a lot written there, but zoom in.
This one?
It's the upper one. And or is it that one?
Yeah, it is the ones in pink.
Sorry, it's that one.
Just talk and I zoom.
Yeah, you are good there. maybe you can zoom in a bit more to the pink
Okay.
post-its.
I zoom to the pink one.
Yeah, so we were talking with John, and yeah, he's also the founder of Enable. So he knows a lot in the orthotic field, I would say, or it sounded like he knows a lot. So he had this ideation, I think, earlier than our challenge. So he already figured out this problem for him or in his surrounding, and had this idea of making an open source orthosis for people who lost their muscle strength, or at least who don't have enough strength anymore to grab things. So he told us that he just want a simple gripping, which a lot of people lost due to musculoskeletal disorders, for example, and so that they at least can hold their phone again or whatever. So it's just the simple grip. And we discussed a little bit with him, because also the grip with the thumb is very important for most people. So no, not for most people, for everyone, but often a problem when you can't interact with your thumb like you want to. And so he told us that he would like to integrate it as well, but his focus is on the open source thinking. So he would really like to implement something quite easy for people who can do it on their own at home. And he don't know any other solution like this, just in the field of prosthesis. And he think that could be a quite interesting thing to help all the people who just really want the simple grip. And true, what we also were talking about, that it shouldn't be a bulky design, so that we really have a nice design, so that you don't have any problems while grabbing, and then that you don't destroy it, for example, just because you stitch on the table or something.
Okay, thank you. We worked together already with Enable, or the German representative of Enable, I think 4 years ago in the Help Camps project. It was Lars Thalmann. And he brought these solutions from Enable to Camp Lindford and had a workshop on it. So it's very interesting. So who don't know this project, maybe look at it. It's very interesting. In Germany, it's very difficult to do it like this with the open source prosthetic, because you get let's say problems with the bureaucratic system. It's not easy, so you just can't offer workshops to show people how to build it themselves. So you're not allowed to print, for instance, the prosthetic for other people. So, but it's special in German law, I think. Okay, there was another group, 3, I think, from Alessa. Did you had some people in your team?
Yes, we had Nandita. She joined us. She has really a lot of ideas, and not all of them were human-computer machine interaction, based on human-computer machine interactions, but she had 3 main ideas. One was based or is based on animals. Yes, she told us that she has a shelter she is at a shelter where she helps dogs, and most of them, or a few of them, they miss a limb, and she thought about creating or making a limb for the dog, which is really interesting, although it's not based on the human part. And then she also had an idea of making an interaction with art constellation. This is focused for basically for the museum visitors. And yeah, it could be something where maybe you have characters of a movie and control the output. Maybe she can even explain it more details to you guys.
Nandita, would you like to explain it a little bit more first?
Yeah, actually there was one more idea which is about disasters. So I guess that also comes under the typical problem. The first one, I think Alessandra basically explained, that is interacting with animals. May I just ask, am I audible to everyone? Because it's raining heavy here. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, we can hear you, but you're a little bit, so could you please talk a little bit louder?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
How about now? Is this fine?
Yeah, I can understand you.
Okay. So basically, Alessandra explained the first part, which is the animal thing. So, all the animals that have, so I work for a shelter part-time, and then I volunteer at a shelter, and there are a lot of animals who doesn't have the link, and they find it hard to find a forever home. And if this can be fixed, basically the animals can find houses to live. So that was the first thing. And the second is the interaction with an art installation. So basically, it will be an installation where say a viewer and the audience would be like coming there, and then the story would develop based on the user's movement. Rather than when we watch a movie, it's a director who's showing everything, right? So it's according to the director, okay, what happens to each character. But here in the art installation, so what each character will do will be based on what the user is going to do. So at the end of it, the story will develop according to the user. That's the second thing. And the third thing is disaster management. So I don't know, as we were just discussing, whether it's even in the realm of possibility right now. As in, say, during an earthquake, if there is a huge a building part that has fallen on a person, if we can lift it or do something like that. So that's the third thing, which is not actually mentioned here. We were just discussing that when the time got over. So, and the last thing is difficulty in housekeeping, as in, basically in chopping, because I find it very difficult to chop fast and, cut the things and so that would be great. And then lift things from, from up above, like giving you a push to take things like that.
Okay.
So those are the 4 things that we, 5 things that we discussed.
Okay, thank you very much. Great ideas or great problems, great needs.
Great problem.
So please leave your email to Alessa or put it on the board so that we could keep in touch with you and could decide how to work on these topics and which topic to choose. So thank you. I think then we have all groups. I hope I don't miss anyone, because sports and hobbies were not enough people. So then I go back to the challenge and want to just show you how we go on the next days, if you like. So there will be a checking up tomorrow and on Wednesday. If we are only a small group, you can also contact us, and we, as I said, in our group, we will start a little bit earlier than today, because in India it's already midnight. So you can, when you decide in your group, you want to start early, you can do it on Tuesday and Wednesday on another time. We also, yes.
We still see the mural board.
That's bad. Thank you for the information. I will try to give you the right one. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's the
presenter mode. Yeah.
Better now?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll try. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. My great Zoom experience. So, so we are on. We have Monday now, or in India not, but at our time zone we have Monday. So we will have 2 days for ideation and prototyping and doing concept sketches, and we would be happy if you join us on the different topics. And so please leave your email address to contact us, or you can go to the Slack room and contact us there. Maybe one of the others could post the link to the Slack team where we can stay in contact. And the idea is to get some first ideation and concept and use your Fab Labs to make some first prototyping. We have only 4 days, we know, but nevertheless, we want to present our results on the last day, and to discuss the different ways of solutions and the different challenges. And our idea is to give a small prize to one team, and the prize would be to work together with the whole Makopedics team for let's say 2 weeks in a real design sprint to develop another prototype or solution in Germany in the Fab Lab, or when it's not possible due to COVID or something like, to do a digital design sprint together. That's our idea, and we would be happy if you stay tuned to our challenge. So I didn't see the chat, so you have already sent the link, I hope, in the chat. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. So I think we are also 4 minutes over time now. If there are no further questions, we would be happy to see you in the Slack room or tomorrow in the meetup.
And also from my side, have a nice evening. And hopefully see you tomorrow.
See you. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.